My name is James Keeley, and I'm a teacher. I'm a professional educator. I have been teaching universities both here both in Ecuador and the United States for the past 17 years. I've always been a teacher. I don't know anything else to do. I have two master's degrees, a master's in education, higher education, and I have a master in business and management. And my PhD, my doctorate, is in educational philosophy and leadership. The appealing feature of a liberal arts education, a bachelor's degree, is that you get to taste a little bit of many disciplines. The most appealing feature of a postgrado, a master's degree, is it is very focused on one specific discipline and generally a component or two. In this case here at the University Católica, the class I'm teaching, the postgrados, are very, very focused right now on teaching English. So they are getting a wide range of strategies and interpretations from various other teachers from around the world. I've heard the other teachers are internationally based. They get a very focused perspective on one thing. Will this help their teaching? Oh, absolutely. What I'm doing in my classes now is we're elaborating on research questions such as what are most effective strategies to teaching English as a foreign language to small children, to adults. And the students have chosen their own topic that is particular or exclusive to what they do at their job teaching English. All of my students here are teachers. They all teach English, and they've been doing it. Many of them. One lady has been doing it for 25 years. I've been teaching university 17 years. So my students today here in this class are very, very diverse. The ages are very diverse. I have 23-year-old students, and I have a 51-year-old student. But they all have one thing in common. They're all teachers. So the master's degree is helping them to articulate and elaborate strategies that will assist them in their teaching, not only of English, but teaching anything. So that is the goal of the program here, is to focus on a specific discipline and apply the theory to what has been learned. And that's what we're doing in class, is we are applying the theory to a real life scenario. In this event, the real life scenario is their teaching. This program will greatly benefit Ecuador because it will add legitimacy to what is being done here. In other words, we're teaching teachers to be better teachers, and that is a very, very good thing. If you have different perspectives, you have international teachers coming in to teach teachers their way or their strategy, then you have a wide range of strategies that you can choose from. Now, how does this help Ecuador? Like I said before, it adds legitimacy to the program. The classes are being taught exclusively in English, which will assist any of these students who want to travel abroad, the United States, or any English-speaking country. The way I understand it, English credits or classes taught in English are accepted at almost every university in the United States and Great Britain. So, and that's a great thing. So these students can glean some information here, go abroad, experience a different culture, see how things are done there, and then they can take all of this learning and bring it back to Ecuador and apply it. So basically what you are doing is we are leveling the playing field of education. Ecuador is now more equalized with the other nations, the developed nations of the world, as far as their education goes. This particular program here is probably one of the best programs in all of my 17 years that I've seen. You have students here that are learning, in my case, they're learning research characteristics and attributes in a foreign language. English is their second language, and they've adapted very, very well to it. So I'm very pleased with this group and the support that I've received here from Stanley Gonzalez, who's the director, and the dean and Natasha and Stephanie. All of these are support personnel that keep everything together. And so it's a great program for them. They're learning a lot. We have a lot of discussion in class, so I'm learning a lot from them. I'm getting their perspectives on teaching, their issues, their problems. The funny thing is, or maybe not ha-ha funny, but the interesting thing that I've discovered is that the populations in Ecuador, the learning populations, the students, are the same as we have in the United States. You know, there's some fundamental differences, but the problems, the barriers, the issues to be addressed seem to be, the pedagogical ones anyway, are all identical. You know, you have the same problem children in the United States that you do here. You have the same children with disabilities, learning disabilities in the United States that you do here. So there's a lot of similarities in learner populations, and that's what I've been discovering through these conversations. So it's an excellent program. I'm all for it. I can't think of a way that it could be better. They're all getting a different cycle of teachers for each class, which gives them a totally different perspective on things. And they've only had 3 classes so far, and my students have told me that they have learned an incredible amount of information in the short time that we've been together. I'm not convinced that the students need to do anything differently than what they're doing now. The one thing that they're going to find with this program is sleep deprivation. There's not much sleep with this program. It's very, very intensive. And you know, they come here for the intensive program, and then they go home and have a family life, and then they go to school and they have a work life. So they have to juggle, and then their social life is a totally different affair. So now they have to juggle all 4 of these things together. And what's happening is they're having to move stuff out. The social life is now on hold. The work life the family life is now on hold. While they work toward their ultimate goal, a degree. What advice would I give a student wanting to come to the program? Sleep. Sleep a lot. Sleep a lot, because you're not going to get much here. And you know, that's how it is. I've taught at Colorado Tech, and I've taught for Turon, California, and it's the same. I mean, a postgrado or a terminal degree program is very, very intensive. You have to be very disciplined, and you have to be very attentive to what's going on. And when the teacher asks you to synthesize and give information, I mean, you have to do it. You can't put it off. This is not the place for excuses. Oh, teacher, you know, I forgot my homework. We don't have that here. There is no forgetting the homework. Another appealing aspect of this particular program is that when we're not in the class, we're still in class because we're constantly corresponding online. So this program has a component of face-to-face, and the program has a component of distance learning, and I think both are very complementary to each other. So again, my advice to those wanting to come, sleep now, because there won't be any later, I promise. Even for me, as you can tell, I'm sleepy.